Hello, church family. Today is Tuesday, and this is Karen Hedrick, and I'm coming to you out of Job 38 through 41. And we have just come off of Job asking a series of questions, and he is frustrated and he is wrestling with God. And in the previous chapters, his friends are trying to give him counsel, and they're being really patient with him. And then all of a sudden, they just kind of unleash. And now we're at a point where God answers Job. But I don't mean like God gives him like a Q&A, like here's your question, here's your answer, I hope it pleases you. God asked Job a series of questions that no human could possibly ever answer, and Job responds by recognizing that God's ways are actually best. And so here's just a couple of I like to call these like mic drops. So if you don't know this phrase, this is when someone is at the podium or they're at a microphone and they say something so beautiful and so passionate that they just leave the rest of the room speechless because there's just nothing else left to say. So here are a few of those. Okay, Job, where were you when I laid the foundation of the earth? Tell me if you have understanding. Who set its measurements, since you know? Or who stretched the line on it? Here's another one. This comes out of 38:12. Have you ever in your life commanded the morning and caused the dawn to know its place, that it might take hold of the ends of the earth and the wicked be shaken out of it? Yeah, you can't really wrestle with that one. Can't really say, yeah, I commanded the morning, I commanded the sun, I commanded the stars. No, that's God. And so Job is kind of put into his place. But then we get to a point where Job kind of owns it. And like, that's not an easy thing to do, to like own the fact that you're not going to get answers and that you're going to be okay with it. So now I'm in 40, where it says, then Job answered the Lord and said, behold, I am insignificant. I'm insignificant. What can I reply to you? I lay my hand on my mouth. Okay, let's go back over that. So we have teenagers at our house, and they're constantly like, you don't understand what it's like to be a teenager in today's world. And you're right, I have never been a teenager in 2020, but I was a teenager in the 90s, and I also had to pass AP classes, and I also had to figure out where I was going to get my gas money from, and I also had my heart broken and had to figure that out. And I also got in fights with my parents and got grounded and then had to earn my way out of it. Like, yeah, I've been a teenager. Yeah, I understand that we're talking many decades apart, but when you finally realize, like, okay, you're right, I'm wrong, my voice is kind of insignificant at this point, I'm going to shut it. I'm going to let the mic drop because I just need to be speechless. And how many times do we just need to stop and be awestruck by God? Like, how many times in the midst of our day when we are frustrated and we're just going, and we're going through the routines, and then we're frustrated and we're mad and we're sad and we're whatever it is, like, how many times do we just need to stop and revel in his glory? Like, just stop and say to ourselves, he spoke the world into creation and I get to live in it. And maybe I just don't need to understand everything because it's all in his timing. I'm not saying that it's easy, but just like Job, at what point in our day, at what point in our life do we need to say, behold, I am insignificant, because what else can I reply? I lay my hand on my mouth, and once I have spoken, I will not answer, even twice, and I will add nothing more. Sometimes silence says everything. I hope that you have a beautiful day.